If you're waiting to see something like Doctor Strange portals when you're shifting reality and you're wanting to experience like, oh my God, the house is going to start crumbling and this and that, and we're going to be sucked by the earth and then a new like room is going to emerge. That's not how reality shifting works in this physical world. So I'm going to tell you how this works so that you know when your reality is shifting. And in a nutshell, it really happens when you shift internally, when something clicks, when you're like, I'm no longer going to be broke. I'm no longer going to participate in relationships that suck the energy out of me. I'm no longer going to work for somebody else. Like the moment that you make a strong decision, guys, the moment that you hit a wall and you're like, I don't want this anymore, that's the moment where this reality shifting begins to happen. Hi, my name is Myriam. I've practiced yoga for 21 years and led me to a couple of brutal awakenings. So now I coach into manifestation and spiritual alchemy. So this reality shifting, guys, is a subtle thing. And sometimes it happens because you have experiences in life that cause you to have that shift in realities, whether you're conscious that you're manifesting this or not, because we're always manifesting whether we are aware that we are conscious manifestors or not. That's why you see people that don't know about the universal law, but they're still manifesting things that they want into their life because they tap into the universal powers. You don't need to have this knowledge to use the universal law. The universal law is happening. It's like saying that you are going to float in the air if you don't know how the law of gravity works. Of course you don't. From the moment that you are born, that you're a baby, you are affected by gravity. Babies don't just go floating into air because they didn't go to school to learn about gravity. So the universal laws, whatever you resonate more, the law of vibration, the law of assumption, any that you resonate with, or any other laws, the law of attraction, like just because you don't know about it doesn't mean they're not in effect. They're all in effect and they're very real. So the shifting begins to happen internally. And as I said, some of them can be spontaneous, like caused by experiences in your life. Let's say you had a whole amount of failed relationships. So then you decide one day, you know what, like it just clicks with you and you're like, oh my gosh, all these people, it was a one-sided relationship. I don't want this anymore. So that begin to click something else. And then your next relationship, it's a beautiful relationship where both help each other grow and support each other and blah, blah, blah. So you cause that in a spontaneous way, right? Based on your experiences. But now there are other ways that you can shift your reality consciously once you become a conscious manifestor. And this can be using any method that helps you. The way that I do them is by visualizing. I know what I want and I sit down in meditation because I understand that it is energy. So my thoughts internally, our thoughts are energy. And when we are distracted by so many things, we have our physical senses, right? We have our sight, our hearing, our touch, smell, taste, and we get distracted. That uses energy. Me talking to you is using energy. Me looking out here is using energy and dissipating it, right? So I like to go into meditation and visualization because then I withdraw all that energy. I literally pull all that energy in to me. I close my eyes. I focus directly and use all my energy instead of dissipating it everywhere into one thing. And that is the desire that I want. And I know I've been doing this for a while. That's why I'm teaching it. And this is how you shift your reality, by understanding that you're no longer going to be spreading that energy into realities that you don't want, into entertaining things and limitations that are holding you in a space that you don't want to experience anymore. Whining about it, moaning about it, crying about it is not going to get you into the reality that you want. Begging to the universe about it is not going to get you in the reality of what you want. You have to truly act like a master and manifester if you want to experience mastering the manifestations in your life, if you want to experience a new reality where you can manifest with ease. and to shift reality. So reality shifting begins to happen when you shift internally, when you have that click. And it can happen sometimes with just a decision, with a life experience, or you can cause it with any method that you want. For some of you, farming robotically works very well. To me, it causes a lot of resistance. I understand that that is not for me, but to me, meditation and visualization works like a charm. So that's how I manifest everything that I want. And to me, it's very easy because I can do it for 5 minutes and that's it. Like, it works perfectly for me. Reality shifting is a shift that happens internally within yourself, where you're no longer thinking and entertaining. You no longer feel that limitation within in regards to that manifestation, and you feel like, yes, I can achieve it. Like, you truly feel open to it, open to receive it. You truly love it, not from a space of begging, not of a space that I hope so. No, it's a space of complete trust, confidence, abandonment. Like, this is going to happen. I am as sure as it. I'm sure of the sun popping up tomorrow morning and going down into nighttime tonight. Like, that is just it. It's a very subtle energy. And then your external world begins to shift. And sometimes you're not going to see the full reality presented to you right away, but you will see tiny things. And here it is where a lot of people go back into their old realities because they don't see it fully presented, and they are like, oh my gosh, it's not working, or it was working but then it didn't. Let's say you're trying to change a specific person, and you begin to change this person and you see a new thing. It's like, oh, I want this person to bring me flowers every day. So this person begins to bring you flowers one day, but then the next day it doesn't. So you're like, the first day you're like, oh my gosh, it worked, yay, I did it. But then the next day when it didn't bring you flowers, you go back to your reality. You go, oh my gosh, it didn't work. Really, it just worked for another day. So what happened is that you just begin to entertain another reality. So understand that shifting realities might take a little bit. This is not a limiting belief. I just want you to be aware so that you continue trusting and continue moving forward to shifting your reality. The moment that you stop thinking any thoughts of that are opposing of your reality will change completely and will solidify and stay into that instead of going into your old reality again. And you need to understand that shifting realities start from yourself within, because from here we're projecting, we're a mirror, we're projecting everything that goes outside.